Do we do the hi? Hi everyone, welcome to the 8th update of my Doctor Who rewatch. In case you don't know, I'm rewatching Doctor Who from the 2006 season 1 up until now. If you missed any of my previous updates, I'll put the link in the description. So let's talk about season 8. So season 8 is the first Peter Capaldi season. He's actually my least favorite Doctor, and season 8 is also my least favorite season of Doctor Who. But I will say that rewatching it actually made me appreciate it a little more than I did when I originally watched it. Episode 1 is kind of the Doctor figuring out who he is in this new skin, sort of, in this new body. I think my favorite scene of the whole episode, where I think I had I started having some sort of emotional connection with Peter Capaldi, was when Clara gets the call from the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, asking her to help the new Doctor, be kind to him because he's probably very scared and he's gonna need her. That really warmed my heart, and I thought, oh, he's still him though. He's still in there somewhere. Episode 2 is the first time we meet Danny Pink. He's actually my favorite out of season 8. I loved him so much, and so sad we didn't get him for longer than we did, because he's the best. Episode 4 is Listen, when Clara goes back into the Doctor's timeline and sort of sees him as a little boy. She kind of grabs his ankles and tells him that everything will be okay, in a way. Reassuring him and kind of making sure that he becomes the man that we know he becomes, which is kind of cool. Episode 5 is a heist, but I think my favorite part of the whole episode is, of course, the ending, when we realize that the person that set up the heist is actually the woman or running the bank who has a regret or remorse over keeping the monster away from his loved one. So she makes sure to get reunited. Another moment. Episode 6 is where the Doctor becomes the caretaker at Clara's school and also meets Danny. And he doesn't really like Danny and the fact that he's a soldier. And I have to say, for me, this is where I wasn't really loving those Doctor Who episodes. I felt like the Doctor was kind of mean and not really compassionate. I feel like Matt Smith or David Tennant as a Doctor would have never reacted to Danny like this. At least that's my opinion. And I just didn't really like this Doctor. I was like, he's kind of an ass. And then kind of going off of that, I think episode 11, in which, we find out that the moon is an egg, and where the Doctor kind of leaves Clara to deal with things a little bit and makes her really upset and crying. I just kept thinking, I feel like the Doctor would never make his companion cry. Not like cry, really cry, not cry of happiness, not cry because he's trying to help them, but just cry because she felt so helpless and abandoned and alone, I was like, oh, that's just kind of I wouldn't want to travel with the Doctor like this, it doesn't make me want to be his companion. I had never had that with previous Doctors, I feel like if the companion cries, there's always an actual reason for it, and then this one, I felt like, again, you're just not being very nice. And I just don't like it. Episode 11 is the death of Danny Pink. And again, like I mentioned, I feel like we barely got to see him a few episodes, and we just kind of fell in love with him. Clara loves him, and then they just kill him. And I'm like, Why? Of course, he's sent to the data center, which is not technically heaven, but he thinks it's heaven. But anyway, moving on to part 2 in episode 12, which is also the introduction of Missy. Well, not her introduction, but us figuring out who she is. Missy, the Master, is back, who created a data center of all the people that died on Earth, so their consciousness is kind of kept in that data center so that she can put it back into Cybermen. I feel like that's actually in season 9 that she sings this. So as a result, Danny, who's not gone completely yet, becomes a Cyberman. And even when Clara turns off his humanity, he still can't kill her. And when the Doctor gives him control over all the Cybermans, he decides to just kind of mass suicide, I guess, or kill them all to save Earth and save Clara and save everyone. I feel the way the Doctor treats Danny at the end is the way that I feel he should have done it the whole time. I mean, I get why Danny didn't like the doctor up until now, because I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't like the doctor either. I get it. But this last episode, I felt like, okay, well, that's cool. Unfortunately, Danny being who he is, there was a chance that he could come back, but he decided to let the kid that he had killed come back instead. Danny's really gone. And that leads to another really heartbreaking scene at the end of the season between the doctor and Clara. The doctor, who had been given the location, supposedly, of Gallifrey by Missy, realizes there's really nothing there, and then Clara was supposed to get Danny back. Of course, we know he gave his chance to come back to the kid, so now they're facing each other, and you have this thing where he's like, oh, cool, so you're going back home, cool, yeah, Danny's great, and they don't realize that neither of them got what they most wished for. And so they're both really alone, which is so sad. You kind of want to be like, oh, in a way, it's such a selfless act for each one. Like, they want to let the other one be happy because they know that if they say anything, they will stay for them, and they don't want to put that on them. But at the same time, you're like, but no, like, you don't understand. They're just, oh, well. And as the doctor says, never trust a hug. It's a way to hide your face. In this case, it definitely was a way for them to hide their faces. So another, but all sad moments. So there you go, season 8. I would love to hear some of your thoughts about season 8. Did you enjoy it more than I did? I mean, overall, it's still a Doctor Who season, so I still enjoyed quite a lot. I'm just saying, like, in terms of all the other seasons that I've watched, this one is my least favorite, but I still enjoyed it very much. So I'd love to hear how you enjoyed this season, how you enjoyed Peter Capaldi as a Doctor. Let me know in the comments. And let's hug it out, right? Let's hide our faces. Oh, it fell down.